Here we go, kids.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
This is Radio.
Don't look now.
Guess who is back for more?
In 24. CaveCrewRadio.com.
I always forget about that last line. I'm ready to jump in and speak.
Mm-hmm.
I should go in and edit that and cut the pause a little. Because I hear radio silence drives me nuts.
Right.
And
you should never have radio silence ever.
Never. And I know we're on video so people can see.
Mm-hmm.
But for those on podcast or listening on Pulse Talk Radio, you like, oh my God, I lost the signal, right? Like I lost the signal. A couple things I want to address on the pre-show this week. I know usually you have stuff, but I went to watch a show on the ABC network last night. It was about the sub that went down to find the Titanic.
Right. Okay.
And much to my surprise, Joe Biden is doing a press conference defending himself about being a senile, or you know me in words, is it cognitive degeneration. And he was witty at times, but I'm looking at him. Look, you got to be 34 years old to be a president, right? Or 35, whatever it is. Should there be a cutoff?
I absolutely think there should. And for all of the Senate and the House of Representatives, I'm firmly behind term limits.
Because what was that dude we were watching the one day, and he just kind of went to sleep? The speaker or whatever he was.
Biden's done that a number of times. Just
not Biden, but that other dude with the glasses. He had a stroke right at the.
I forget his name. Dude from Kentucky. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm so behind term limits because you have that dude, Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, they've all been working government jobs for 40, 50 years. They're like in their 80s. And, they're bought and sold 1,200 times over. So they have a complete disconnect to the American people.
And do you want to be working when you're 80? Like, I mean, your clock's ticking.
Yeah, but think of what they're doing. They're making millions and millions of dollars a year. Now their official salary is like $200,000 on a government salary.
I get that, but
you're not going to take it with you.
You're not going to take it with you.
They don't care. It's power and money.
Not me, dude. I'm going to be sitting in a rocking chair somewhere where it's like not cold. And whatever I'm doing, but
that's why you're not in government.
God, these people kill me. You're like 84 or something, and you don't need to work. Go enjoy yourself.
So here's a little thing that has been glossed over as far as that press conference. That press conference was because the special counsel, Joe Biden had classified documents after he was the vice president, when he was a civilian. He had classified documents at his house. He leaked classified documents. He showed them to other people, and these were highly classified documents, right? Nobody was allowed to see them, but Joe Biden, as dumb as he is, did. So a special counsel or a special investigator investigated, came to the conclusion that he was negligent and all the same things they said about Trump, but they're not going to put him on trial because they say, quote, he is not competent enough to stand trial.
But
Now, if you are not competent enough to stand trial, how the fuck are you competent enough to run the country?
exactly. I'm watching them. I like at first I went, fuck, I really wanted to watch that show about the Titanic. And I'm watching this and I'm going, he's far too old.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not negating that maybe he did a lot of good things through his life. I don't know.
Never once.
Well, you can say that, but I'm not on either side of the fence. I mean, I am more Republican and conservative than I am Democrat. But I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, Joe, you're old. You're one step away from a home.
Yeah.
Anyway, aside from that, that was last night. And then I just wanted to check in with you really quick because we got a busy show. But a Super Bowl Sunday. I don't have a horse in the race. I think I'm gonna pull with the Chiefs. But what are you cooking on Sunday?
We will discuss that in my epicenter.
Oh, fuck, of course. There's always food in the epicenter. All right, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We have
What are you doing on Super Bowl?
well, so a lot of times we cook a lot and stuff like that. And I'm in this food group on Facebook, and I'm reading along, and I'm going, 2 large pizzas and 2 pounds of wings and mozzarella. So I said to the wife, I said, well, let's just order. I've got some chili in the freezer that I made. Let's just order pizza and wings. Let's go under the radar this year.
Okay.
So not a lot of cooking. Not a lot of cooking.
Okay.
I still got to figure out how I'm going to see the American commercials, though, because I'm in Canada, folks.
But that's weird that you got Joe Biden press conference being in Canada.
No, I get all the shows, but when it comes to advertising, they somehow cut in and put really shitty, low budget Canadian commercials. And of course, one of the things, there was a poll out today, like, are you watching the Super Bowl for the game, the commercials, or the halftime show? Those are the 3 big things, right? And so I can catch them on YouTube and shit. There was another article that came up and said a lot of people, and I'm sure it's Canada, not the United States, are going out and they're buying like terrestrial antennas. And they have really good ones now, and they're not like back in the heyday when you used to have to put that big tower on your roof.
Right.
You buy these little things, and people are saying you get like 60 channels, and the HD is really clear. And I was tempted, but now I'm too late unless I go to a store. But I was really tempted to go and I'm like, that's interesting.
See, the tough part about that, at least here, is Radio Shack is gone.
Yes.
You could go into radio.
You have Best Buy.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Like they have, in Radio Shack, you had, whole aisles full of various antennas with strengths and all this, and you could customize what you want. Best Buy, you got 2 options. I miss Radio Shack. I don't know if you have anything like Radio Shack still available to you in Canada.
Well, they turned into the Source.
See, they're just gone here. We don't have. They didn't turn into anything.
So I don't know. I haven't seen one of them. But I'm the same way. You used to go when you were a kid. They had all those really cool things that build your own. Like I build my own radio receiver.
Yeah.
And Radio Shack was the bomb.
It was especially for what we do.
Yeah.
You know how many connectors and cables and stuff I bought to build out my studio?
If you needed a battery for anything, Radio Shack was the
right.
Yeah. No, it's a great store. I agree with you. I miss it too. And believe it or not, just a quick tidbit before I click us live. I worked at a Radio Shack while I was in school in Toronto for a year at Victoria Park. So I was very familiar with all the. It was a nightmare trying to find things for customers. I mean, because there was
was this pre
different connectors.
Was this pre Ford Probe days?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't have a car in Toronto. You had the subway and the. This is like Toronto's like New York. You don't bring a car there.
Got it.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, here we go. Let's get the show going. Say hello if you're out there, and we're going to start the show. And we got a big one for you.
The show is about to start.
We have liftoff. In 3, 2, 1.
Wow, back for more in 24. It's Cave Crew Radio. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that